prophesied it to me back when I was in Louisiana. She said, God's going to use you like a paintbrush. I'm sharing all these things because those that are in here, God is getting ready to speak some things to you. And you're going to do just like me. Oh, no, that ain't going to come to pass, that prophet line. I remember a lady named Prophetess Jenkins. She told me, she said, you're going to be in Dallas. I said, I ain't going no Dallas. I love Monroe. It's quiet. I'm not leaving Johnny's Pizza. I love Johnny's Pizza. I love the grannies out here. Why you going to take me away from Johnny's? Why would I want to go to Dallas? 4 years later, I was at Dallas Christian College. Wow. God uses prophecy. And watch this. Now this is going to make your way because I know what you heard already in church, that prophecy is only confirmation. That's not true. God will tell you things through somebody else that you haven't even received yourself. Because when we only position ourselves, now think of that for a second, and it's going to help you. Everybody clap your hands, my sister here. I don't want to embarrass her, but I love my sister. She made it my family. All the way from Louisiana. To think I was just talking about Johnny's Pizza. I didn't want to leave Johnny's, but they told me. Now back to this prophecy thing, and Marquez is going to come. We're going to do worship, and we're going to do an offering. I'm going to come back and I'm going to teach. There are some things that in prayer ourselves, we won't hear God. There are things that God tried to tell us, we won't hear it. I'm going to give you a scripture solution to show you that prophecy is not just only confirmation. David got in a place that he no longer wanted to hear the voice of God. So God had to send the prophet Nathan and told him a parable. You know what David said? Who is that man? We need to go get him. He said, it's you. Sometimes we get in a place that we don't hear God for ourselves. That's one of the processes they took me through, Pastor Cole. When I got in the prophetic, I heard everybody say, you can't tell me that God ain't already tell me. God didn't, he ain't showed it to me. It ain't God. I said, who? They don't know. God show people things that you don't even see. Prophetess Marty Reed, stand up, woman of God. Let's celebrate this woman of God. Let me tell you why. She didn't know. We've been connected on Facebook for years. In that moment when God was processing me to start a church and be a pastor, he began to talk to me about it. But people was already saying that to me, like you said, Pastor Cole. This woman of God inboxed me. She said, it's time. God said, it's time for that church. I said, oh, Jesus, why didn't people leave me alone? She said, it's time for that church. God going to use you. And she was right on target because that was last year. That was last year that I did. Was that last year or 2014? 14. March. When I did the PMG network. Was that last year? 2015? It was last year. March 2015. It was right before that. She, right before that moment, she inboxed me and I did the PMG network and she actually came. That was the first meeting and God used somebody to prophesy that to me. God told me on Thursday nights, when I come here, you're not just going to do Bible study. You're going to do growing in the prophetic. God in this season is getting ready to release the prophetic mantle on so many young people. People are going to be at work prophesying, not just the pastors and the prophets, but God's going to pour out his spirit of prophecy on his people like you have never seen it before. That's why you see all the scandals about the false prophets and they go into psychics. God's setting us up. God got the world looking at the psychics because he's going to raise up a man that you know that didn't know nothing about you and he's going to speak through them. Why? Because we have so many people that don't believe God. They didn't believe it when I first got saved. My friends told me, they said, he going through a phase. Marquez don't go to the club no more. He going through a phase. 11 years later, I'm still preaching. 11 years later, I'm still preaching. Now they believe. So we got to hold fast and we got to continue to do the thing that God told us to do.